apologize if it's noisy in the background, but my incubator's in the laundry room and, well, the dryer's going in the background, sorry. Plus you probably also hear the incubator. So we're candling eggs really quick. We are T-minus 7 days until our first hatch with the first batch of 2025. And our eggs are looking fabulous. These are all Serama eggs. So Seramas, if you don't know, are the smallest breed of chicken in the world. They actually rarely even reach a pound in weight full grown. So candling, what we're basically doing is looking to see if we're still alive. So what we look for is good, strong veins, which you can definitely see in there. We look for movement in the egg, and so far we have veins, we have movement. Everybody is looking fabulous so far. And sometimes you can see beaks and feet, just depending on, you know, how the chick is sitting. But all 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 Serama eggs that we have in here right now are looking good. Let's get our next batch out. Alright, here's the next batch. And so what we have in these ones, so some of these eggs are mine and some of these eggs belong to my buddy Karen. And she's a dear friend of mine, and so these ones on this side are hers and these ones are mine. So let's just take a candle. These ones are due in a week, and these will just be a barnyard mix. Now some of these eggs are harder to see into than others, but in this green egg you can see the veins and I've seen movement. Ooh, look at those veins, look great. So this one is definitely hard to see, especially on camera, but there we are. We've got veins on that one. Oh, there we are. Okay. Oh, that's a good hardy vein. Look at that thing. Baby's moving, you can see it. So this is kind of like a chicken ultrasound. Way to peek in on the embryo. Oh, look at those veins. There's a good, those are excellent. You can actually see the baby's kind of moving in there towards the bottom, but oh, those veins are fabulous looking. Now these ones aren't nearly as far along. And these are Jersey Giant eggs, these ones right here. Looking good. Let's check Karen's eggs. Active baby. Once I'm done with these, we'll go on to the next tray that we have. And these ones have only been in about 3 days. So we'll see what the early stages look like. It's kind of neat. We're going to go backwards from just about to hatch to putting the fresh ones in. So all of these look great. So let me get the next one. Alright, so this next batch, we have 34 eggs on this one. These again are barnyard mixes. These come from a good friend of mine next door, and she's having me hatch her out some and myself. Like I said, these have been in about 3 to 4 days. So let's take a look and see if anybody's starting to look like babies are starting. Aha, there we go. Okay, it is very light, but this is in the early stages of vein starting. So this one is definitely fertile. And even at 3 to 4 days, oh yeah, there we go. This is a great sign. And some of them are hard. I do not toss or do anything. Oh yeah, look at that. For the first week. I almost give it 10 days before I'll toss an egg. Just because some are harder to see into. get to some of the dark, like this one. Like, these are so, you can actually see it better on camera than you can to the naked eye, that this one's got veins. That's crazy. Oh yeah, look at that. So, looks like we're good. And my neighbor just got rid of her rooster, so, because he was not a nice boy. And so far, everyone's looking fertile. If I see one that isn't, look at that. So that's how we know stuff is starting. Okay, so here's an egg. Dude, you can see it better on camera than you can to the naked eye. Maybe I'm going to need a camera to start candling. Alright, those 34 look great. Let me get set up for the new eggs. Alright, so open this up. Here's the next set. There are 17, and I got these from a good friend of mine. She has a few different breeds, but the main one we're going for, I have a customer looking for barred rocks. And what I do to start off with, that's why the lights are still out, I check for any big imperfections, cracks, things that would say this egg isn't going to make it. And then I'll get the light turned on so you can just see the setup. Alright, everybody looks good. Let me get the light. So in case people are wondering what it is I use, so my incubator is a cabinet incubator. It's made by GQF, and it's the 1502 Sportsman. This thing holds up to, I believe, 175 eggs when full. And so I'm kind of talking quickly because I've had the incubator open and there's babies cooking. But I prefer, they come with many different sizes. I'll show you the different sizes. Now, I'm not sponsored or anything like that. Haven't literally been doing this that long to get sponsors. But I love this incubator. Now, the tray sizes come in many different sizes. So I'll show you. I have most of the sizes. Not all of them, but most. Most important thing when you're incubating with the eggs that sit upright like this is the point of the egg needs to be facing down, because, so if you notice while we were candling, there's an air sac at the top, and that air sac is where the chick will get its first breath of air. Ooh, that is pretty. Look at that dark olive egg. Oh, that's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Oh, she's got beautiful eggs. Sorry. Anyways, so you want the point down because the baby will get its first breath of air from that air cell in the very top. So the pointy end is the bottom, the rounded end is the top. And sometimes it's hard, so you have to candle. Like this one, you can almost not tell which is pointy and which is round. But a candle, you candle them and you'll be able to tell. All right. So let me get this put in the incubator. Go. And this one has its own for humidity. It's got a chamber with, we have hard water because we have well water, so you can see where the hard water starts to deposit, but water sits in here. Comes with a 2.5 gallon bucket that sits on top and feeds it, so I don't have to do it every day. We'll lock her up. So this one that you saw holds large eggs. Like it can hold turkey and some goose eggs. I have done both in this thing. And this one is actually a knockoff that I got. It is not from GQF. But it works really, really well. It fits in there. Let's see here. I'm trying not to show you the mess while I'm finding what I need. Okay. This one comes from GQF. Now this one holds standard size eggs, I guess you could say, that fit easily. I have some eggs sitting over here, my selling eggs, my eating eggs. So you'll be able to see, because I've got different sized eggs. So let's take a look here. So this is one of my big jumbo layers. She lays a large egg almost every day. So as you can see in this one, it snuggles down perfectly, fits in there. And when the incubator, so I'll show you, the incubator tips. It rotates to stimulate the egg, like mama hens rotate their eggs. So this tips them. And it'll sit there. Now I manually did that. There's an auto rotator on there that I usually have on. So I manually rotated it. So it'll sit like this for a little while and then it will automatically rotate it the other direction. Okay, so see, this egg fits in there beautifully, snugly. Now if I were to take it and put, yeah, as you can see, it doesn't fit in there well, but it fits very snugly and held onto in there. If I were to put this in there, it would fall out and we would have a catastrophe. So let me find one of my smaller eggs. As you can see, that fits much, much better compared to that egg. We would lose that egg. Oh, these were my Valentine's Day eggs. Oh goodness, hold on, lost the light. Okay, got the light back on. In my laundry room, we don't have a light switch. It's just a timed light, so it turns off after 5 minutes. So I guess I've been talking too much. Anyway, so as you can see, it doesn't fit. So most of the time, I use this big green one because it still snuggles them really nicely. Even the Serama eggs. Serama eggs will fall through this. I don't have any that aren't in the incubator right now. So they'll fall straight through this. And then the other size is meant for quail eggs. I have tried it with Serama, but they're just a little too big. And this will hold 100 quail eggs. Done many of those in here before as well. So I have all the different sizes. Now that usually is in my incubator. I'll put it in here shortly. I just forgot to because I can watch that. This is the Govee. It tells you humidity and temperature. So I can check it anytime just to make sure this thing is doing well. And I have never had any issues ever at all. So that is our fun little, here's what's going on. So next week, or even later this week, you might get a second video. I'm going to get this prepped for lockdown. So lockdown should happen Thursday or Friday. I will lock this down for babies to start hatching. So we'll do that and we'll see our first set of babies born, baby chicks born on the farm for 2025. So y'all have a nice night, a great week, and we'll see you in a few.